think it is, sorry. Let me, right, okay, I think it's recording. Perfect, okay. Hello everyone, let me again share my screen. Thank you so much for coming to this class. I'll just move this. Right, so thank you very much for coming. My name is Diana, for all of you that do not know me. And today we're going to be talking about a very important subject, and the subject of the class is, I have oils, now what? And it's an important question to ask. Once we get our kits at home and our products, it's, you know, sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. We open our beautiful box and look at our products, and then we think, wow, where shall I start? So this class today is all about just kind of guiding you a little bit through it all and giving you some tips of what you can look at and what you can do with those beautiful oils. So any questions you have, of course, you'll answer at the end of the class. And then for all of you who are going to be watching this later on as a recording, you can always post the questions at the bottom of the Facebook group on a Facebook page, and then we can answer those questions later. So let's start. So once we get our oils at home and we open this beautiful box, I think very important question to ask ourselves is, why did we order and why did we purchase doTERRA oils or supplements? And it's really always a very good idea to go back to our why, to really write down, was it a health issue you wanted to address? Was it perhaps you wanted to start living more toxic-free lifestyle? Perhaps you wanted to address your sleep issue or hormonal issue. There's always going to be a reason behind why we purchase what we purchase. And the same is with doTERRA. So it's a very good idea to remind ourselves why we did that and to start there. Of course, very good is to take a few minutes to look up at the specific health goals in our reference books. And then we can have a look and combine the oils and make a perfect plan for ourselves. Of course, always a great idea is to always go and turn to the person who enrolled you and who you came through, and then just ask for any advice and guidance alongside, and how you can actually, how can you combine, how can you actually help yourself with a particular ailment or issue you might have. Okay, but always good to go to that why. So once we know what we're trying to address, this here, we have a beautiful kind of division in 4 different sections in terms of how we can use oil. This is like a basic big section. Of course, there are going to be so many other ways you want to, in kind of circumstances you want to use your oils at. But this one is actually good one to start, to give you an overview of what you can look at, you know, when you have your oils. So first, really, is to start with foundations. And of course, foundations is always a perfect place to start, is always the place we should always start when we do anything in life. It's the same when we plant a seed in the soil. We want to make sure the soil is good quality soil, full of minerals to feed the seed we're going to plant. In the same way, we want to clean the internal environment. So we want to clean inside ourselves, so that our cells inside function properly. So of course, what's the best way to start is to start with doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Supplement Pack. And as you can see here, this pack actually goes alongside all 3 groups. We have it in foundation, we have it in exercise and weight management, and we also have it in the rest and manage stress. And of course, why? Because all these kind of phases, all these parts, when we want to address any of these, we need to first look at our internal environment, always first. So in this Lifelong Vitality Supplement Pack, what do you get? You get a beautiful range of macro and micronutrients that are actually bioavailable. And what does that mean? That means that when you take this supplement internally, your body will take everything, will absorb everything, all the macro and micronutrients in these supplements in your system. And you might not know, but many supplements on the market don't do that. A majority of these supplements, what happens, you swallow them in, and maybe about 3 to 5% of these supplements, maybe a bit more, maybe 10%, gets absorbed, but the rest of it doesn't, because the body can't utilize it, and then we just excrete it out. So with doTERRA, you take whatever you take, everything gets kind of absorbed. You get beautiful omega-3, 6, and 9 as a part of this pack to support your kind of central nervous system, your immune system, your cardiovascular system, so all systems in the body. And of course, you got also particular supplements that support your cell. So your mitochondria, so your energy kind of a part of a cell, and to promote your longevity. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful pack to start with, to kind of feed our internal body. Then, of course, we have Terrazyme. Terrazyme is doTERRA's beautiful enzymes. And why is it important to have enzymes in our diet? Well, enzymes are there to break down our food, specifically proteins in our diet. Now, our body does make enzymes, but from the age of 35 and upwards, the enzyme levels in our body decline massively, actually. So it's very, very important to supplement it. And so what do? So they break down the protein molecules in our body into the smaller parts. So if our proteins that we eat don't get digested properly, then it can cause a lot of issues in our system, so in our gut, and it can actually cause leaky gut syndrome, you might have heard, and things like issues, with our digestion in general. So enzymes are beautiful. Terra enzymes are a beautiful product to take daily with your food. Then, of course, with that, we got a probiotic, PB Assist, which I'm very excited about. I have been using probiotics for many, many, many years. And I normally eat my probiotics in terms of food. So you can eat things like sauerkraut or kimchi that will give you a lot of good probiotics, a lot of good bacteria. But of course, I don't eat those every day. So this is why probiotics exist on the market. A lot of probiotics on the market, unfortunately, don't necessarily get into your gut, because probiotics are actually packed full of good bacteria and we want them in our gut, right? But a lot of probiotics on the market will get destroyed in your stomach with the acids. Now, doTERRA is a double capsule probiotic, which means that the first layer of the capsule will get dissolved in your stomach, but the actual essence, the good bacteria, will actually reach all of it to your gut, and that's what you want. I have been using probiotics, doTERRA's probiotics, for about a month now. I noticed huge difference, and so does my daughter, actually. She's been using it, she's 10 years old. I have been giving them, they do actually a children version too, but she's 10, so she can take this one now. So again, making a difference in her gut too. Then we have lemon. Lemon, we know it's a detoxifier. It's a beautiful cleanser in the body. So lemon essential oil is a beautiful one to put like a drop in the morning to start your day. It will cleanse you. It will just, it's a beautiful one to kind of, to implement. And then you have frankincense. Frankincense, again, as we know, is a king of the oils. It's the oils that actually affects all the parts of our system. So it will affect your central nervous system, it will affect your cardiovascular, your immune system. And frankincense in this sense is very good to take internally under the tongue. Of course, you can diffuse it. You can put it on soles of your feet with a bit of fractionated coconut oil behind your ears to get it absorbed kind of topically. But it's very good to put a drop under your tongue daily to support the cellular function inside your body. So that's why it's in the foundation section. Then we go to exercise and weight management. That's, again, we have a lifelong vitality supplements. Again, like I said, very important for that part too. And here we also have Slim and Sassy. Slim and Sassy is a beautiful blend. So it's a blend of oils that contains grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. And Slim and Sassy is very, very good to actually controls the blood sugar levels in your body very well, but also helps you with cravings. And for that reason, that's why it's in the exercise and weight management section, because when we want to kind of reach out for that chocolate or biscuit, we can have a drop of Slim and Sassy in the water and we'll just suppress this craving and will balance our blood sugar. And I experienced that myself. So it's absolutely amazing. I think it's due to this huge concentration of grapefruit that's in it, but of course, blended with lemon, peppermint, and other stuff too. Then of course, Deep Blue Rub. Deep Blue is always the winner when it comes to exercise. For the I think it's good for the pre and post exercise. So you could put it before you work out to help with the muscles, and of course, definitely after to muscles and joints to kind of help with inflammation, and just so you experience less pain the next day after the exercise. And then, of course, copaiba oil and soft gels. Unfortunately, copaiba soft gels are not available in the Europe yet, but I'm sure they're coming. But we have copaiba oil, and copaiba is, obviously, if you don't know, but I'm sure you know by now, it's actually the doTERRA CBD oil, because copaiba has a huge concentration of something called beta carotenoids. I hope I pronounced it correctly, but it's basically a cannabinoid. And in our bodies, we have these cannabinoid receptors. This is why CBD products really work well in our bodies against pain, or for the kind of pain management, or even sleep. Is because we have these receptors in our body. So beta carotene, which is in the copaiba oil, also goes in these receptor cells, and it helps us with pain management. It's a beautiful oil. I've been taking it internally every day, a drop under my tongue, but very good against pain and just the whole central nervous system as well, and actually cardiovascular system too. Then, of course, turmeric comes in, it's a jewel capsule. Again, jewel capsule, we talked about the probiotics, comes in jewel capsule, so it doesn't get destroyed by the stomach acids. Turmeric is hugely, you might know already, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It's a beautiful one to take daily, especially if we exercise, and especially if we have any kind of inflammation in our body, any kind of pain. So it's a wonderful one to take internally. Turmeric generally, it's just beautiful, beautiful herb. Then, of course, we move to rest and manage stress. In that section, we have lifelong vitality supplement pack, because when we are under stress or we can't sleep well, we need to address things internally first. So we need to look in what's happening inside us first, and actually help ourselves with this beautiful supplement range. Then again, we have frankincense is showing here, because frankincense can actually help you with your central nervous system, so with relaxing. So in the evening, you can diffuse it, and it will help you with kind of a mood management and a better sleep. Balance, again, will ground you. Beautiful blend of oil that will ground you. If you're very much into your head, if you're emotionally a little bit all over the place, like I can be sometimes, balance is the one that pulls me down. Like it's like a tree. It kind of roots you, basically, because it does have kind of tree elements inside the oil, such as spruce. So that I think that kind of pulls you down a bit. It's a beautiful scent of an oil. And lavender, of course, lavender always the king of the rest and management stress, because it will give you that calmness. Before bed, you can put a drop on your pillow. You could obviously diffuse it. You can put it behind your earlobes, wrists, soles of the feet, anywhere, and kind of that will really completely kind of relax you and put you in that kind of sleep and de-stressing mode. Now, serenity oil, that's another beautiful blend of oils, which actually I have been using quite daily for about last 10 days. Serenity oil and soft gels. I've been using both. Serenity oil is a blend, and it contains lavender, it contains chamomile, it contains marjoram, which is actually very good for the muscles, called the Hawaiian sandalwood and vanilla bean. And it's actually, doTERRA has done a lot of research with serenity oil and sleep. And they've shown it hugely benefits your sleep when you take it. So serenity oils you can put on the soles of your feet before bed. I think I love that. That's my favorite way. And also I diffuse it in my room before I go to bed. And soft gels, I take one or two, depends, where I am. Normally I take one before I go to half an hour before I go to bed. And I really noticed the difference. My quality of sleep is better. I have almost like I have a deeper sleep, if that makes sense. And I wake up when I do take it, but you have to take it consistently. And I think it's always with everything is a consistency, and you notice that the difference. And then adaptive oil, I get another beautiful blend. Every time I smell adaptive, it reminds me of a chewing gum, and that's because one of the ingredients of adaptive oil is sweet gum. It comes from a sweet gum tree, and and it's that kind of of course, it has lavender, has magnolia, and has neroli inside, a wild orange, a bit of rosemary, and actually a bit of copaiba as well. But adaptive is one of these oils that just puts your mood up and focus for me. I tend to actually diffuse it when I work in my little office here. And kind of, I don't know, it wakes me up. It works really, really well on a central nervous system. So that's it, a beautiful one to kind of address and look at when we think about rest and managing stress. And then, of course, reducing toxic load. For that section, very important, and I would highly, highly recommend to get a beautiful diffuser in your house, perhaps even few of diffusers in different rooms, because when we want to reduce toxic load, it's very good to start to do that with the air quality, air in our households. And we know due to different chemical products and not just, toxins in the air, that, this is a good one to first start with. We want to purify the air we breathe every day, because we spend a lot of times in our houses, especially now these days with all these restrictions, we spend a lot of time inside. So it's very good to have a diffuser and use oils such as, obviously, On Guard, which will kind of help you with fighting the bacteria and viruses, but also things like Purify. Purify is a beautiful blend as well that will do very similar stuff, exactly the same stuff basically like On Guard will. Or eucalyptus is a beautiful to because you diffuse to reduce the toxic load. So yeah, you can play with different oils. And of course, you got On Guard concentrate, which actually I'm using a lot in my household because it's a concentrate. You only need a small amount to actually put in. I make my own kind of spray to clean the surfaces in my house. And I also use it to clean my floor. So it's just a beautiful one to have if you want to kind of really reduce the toxic load in your household. And then we have On Guard laundry detergent, beautiful for the washing, it's absolutely wonderful. And On Guard toothpaste. On Guard toothpaste I've been using for quite a lot of time actually now, for about 2 or 3 months now. And very exciting, I was very excited to find out that actually doTERRA is releasing a new updated version of On Guard toothpaste that will have, which is at the moment available only in US, but it's coming to Europe hopefully in spring, summertime. It will have actually a component that will actually put the minerals back into your teeth. And I thought that was just amazing. But On Guard toothpaste as it is now, it's also amazing. I swear every time I brush my teeth with it, I look at myself, my teeth are much whiter. But that's instantaneously. It's just incredible. It has, of course, On Guard, so we'd have clove and cinnamon and all this beautiful stuff in it to protect our teeth, and we can look after our oral health. And then, of course, beautiful spa products. When we think about reducing toxic load, we must think about what we're putting on our skin. So doTERRA has a beautiful range of beautiful soaps that will not dry your skin because they're infused with oils. A beautiful range of shampoos and, of course, skincare. They have beautiful range of skincare creams and oils for the younger skin and older skin. So all this is very, very important to think about. It's really important for you at this point is to reduce toxic load in your household, which I think is very important when we want to address any kind of health issue, to really think about what we use on our daily basis in our house, what we are putting on our skin, and of course what we're taking internally as well. So that's just a beautiful kind of example of what we can use. And then, of course, tips. So very important is to have fun, and that's what I do. Diffuse something new every day, try different blends, try different, play with it, and this is the beauty of it, and see what works for you the best. Very kind of uplifting combination is, of course, a peppermint and wild orange. It's wonderful in the morning if you need that boost of energy and a bit more kind of, if you need something to wake you up. Peppermint and wild orange is a beautiful one to diffuse. And of course, at night, you can use something like lavender and breathe. So lavender will give you relaxing aspect, and breathe will actually help you with respiratory function. So you put three drops of each, and it's just so beautiful, kind of to kind of help you with those things. You can of course diffuse in the evening serenity oil, like I spoke to you a minute ago. Also adaptive, I love to diffuse that in the evening too. So there's many things you can play with, but just have fun and experiment different things. That's just beautiful things about oils. Okay, start using 1 to 2 drops of citrus in your water. Every morning I use a drop of lemon in my water, but I also now throughout the day, throughout the whole day, I have a couple of drops of wild orange. So normally in the morning I start with lemon, and then throughout the day, I continue with a couple of drops or 1 drop of wild orange in my water. Remember to drink out of stainless steel or glass. We don't want to use plastic for many reasons, and then the oil gets into the plastic and plastic leaches into the oil, and it's not good. Stay away from plastic. Always use glass is the best one to use, but stainless steel is also obviously good to substitute. Now, of course, with oils, it's always wise to dilute them. You can put essential oils neatly on, and I do that myself, but I would be cautious because we all have different skin and different sensitivities. So you might experience some skin irritations. So the best thing is really to take a drop or 2 in a bit of doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil, and then you apply it topically. Why fractionated coconut oil? Is because it absorbs quicker than a normal coconut oil. This is just to do with absorption. You can use any other carrier oil. For example, I make my own face cream, not a cream, sorry, face oil. So as a base, I use things like avocado oil or argan oil or jojoba oil, or I mix different oils. So you can use any of those. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. When you, of course, if for any reason a bit of oil gets into your eye, always remember that oil and water doesn't mix. So never remove oil from, let's say, your eye with water. Just take a little cotton bud, put a bit of fractionated coconut oil, and just wipe your eyes with it, and they will draw out the essential oils from the eye or sensitive area. So yeah, just remember that. This is also an age recommendation, but I actually received this one from Marta. Thank you very much, Marta. And this is a much better one to kind of have a look at in terms of the ranges and dosages, sorry, what we should be using. So we have here from all the way from 0 to 3 months for young babies up to kind of 15 years and plus. So for the 0 to 3 months baby, of course, you would put 1 to 2 drops of essential oil of your choice to 10 ml bottle of fractionated coconut oil. So you put 1 to 2 drops of essential oil, and the rest you fill out with the fractionated coconut oil. And of course, 3 to 12 months, we have 3 to 6 drops. And then of course we go all the way up to 15 years and plus, and then we have 20 to 25 drops of essential oil per 10 ml of the fractionated coconut oil. So we start slow with the small kids, and of course we build it up. So all these things we take, supplements and oils, it's very wise to actually start it slowly. So always start slow. I always think anything in life start slow. So consider taking, quarter of a dose or half a dose of your supplements, let's say. So if your supplement box tells you take two of each twice a day, start with 1. So take 1 twice a day. Okay, do that for a week, and after a week, you go back to the normal recommended dosage, which is 2. In this case, for example, with Lifelong Vitality Pack, they ask you to take 2 supplements twice a day, and then you continue that for the rest of the time. Of course, it's always recommended taking them at breakfast and lunch. It's a nice time to take it, and make it a lifestyle. I think that's very important. I actually keep all my supplements next to where I make my smoothie in the morning. I've got a counter, I make my smoothie, and on the right hand side on the top I've got a shelf with all my supplements and oils I take in the morning. And of course, when I have my lunch, I also prepare my lunch there so I can see them there to take the one I need for my lunch. So make it a routine, make it a ritual, and something, put it somewhere where you will know where they are. I mean, I keep my Serenity oil and my Serenity soft gels next to my bed. So I don't have to think about it. But then before I go to bed, oh, yes, okay, I take one and I diffuse some Serenity oil. So if you put them all around the house, you just naturally just start using them. You don't have to think about it. And of course, keep at it. So make it be consistent. I think with anything in life, you must take it consistently. You can't take things or use things 2-3 days and then nothing for a week and come back to it. You won't see the difference. I would say that really anything we try, we need to try for a month at least, consistently, okay? And then we should notice a difference. If you don't notice a difference, then you change it, something you stop, because you should see a difference. So, you know, keep at it, you know, build this, you know, be consistent with everything you do, everything you take. So this is a sample wellness box, which you can get on LRP. This is actually, I think, a sample box that's actually available in US because it has these copaiba soft gels, which are not available in the Europe. But we have similar wellness boxes on the European side. We can order, and here we have beautiful lifelong vitality pack I talked about, beautiful On Guard toothpaste, copaiba soft gels, and then Go Balance and Wild Orange. So it's a beautiful, it really support different parts, you know, of your body. So lifelong vitality will support internal, you know, like your foundations. On Guard, oral health, copaiba, immune system, central nervous system, cardiovascular system. Balance will ground you, you know, help you mentally, and Wild Orange will uplift you. Citrus oils are always energizing oils. So this, for example, LRP, this wellness box will give you something like 126 PV points, and then you can get a free oil of the month. So you get this beautiful wellness box, plus you get a free oil of the month. So it's a beautiful, beautiful value. So how we do with the doTERRA oils? Of course, we use the oils first and foremost. We use them ourselves. We experience that the effect it has on us and our health, and then we share the oils, and then we teach others how to do it. It's very, very simple. Now, what are the free ways to share these oils? We basically, we use them ourselves and we share them with others, okay? Once we have our personal experiences, we share with other people, we enroll our friends or family or neighbors, and we actually then with that, we start to get some income from it. And then, of course, we build a team and we actually can replace our income. So let's have a look quickly just in how all this works, really. So if you want your products to be paid for, you, of course, have to invest some time. So 3 to 5 hours a week is a kind of reasonable time to ask for anybody to invest. And you personally enroll a few people a month. As you can see on this kind of side here on the right hand side, it's kind of an income earning potential. So you can earn, you know, anything up to $2,000 a month. You start, it depends how much time and effort you want to put in, but, you know, income and potential is lovely. And that's if you want your products just to be paid for. If you want to supplement your income, of course, we must invest a bit more time. So that's something like 10 to 15 hours a week. And of course, we have to enroll 4 or plus customers and actually 1 builder a month. And as you can see on the right-hand side, the earning potential is much greater. So we can earn anything up to $16,000 a month. And it's just it's a beautiful, beautiful way to kind of actually supplement your income. And if you completely want to replace your income, of course, more hours will be required of you, something up to 30 hours, potentially 30 hours a week. And you have to enroll 8 and more customers and 2 builders a month, and you can grow your business. And of course, when you do that, the earning potential is even greater, because as you can see on the right hand side, you can actually make anything up to $100,000 a month. So these all earning potentials are very achievable. There are many people in doTERRA that are achieving that as we speak now. So it's just with some hard work and effort and love of the oil and sharing the oils, we can achieve all that. So good question to ask yourselves is really whose lives do you want to change, you know, and really kind of ponder on that. I often ponder that as well, you know, and for me it's always like I want to change everybody's life for better. So it's really starting to making a list of people you know, right? So your family, your friends, your neighbors, whoever you know, putting them down on the list. And you basically share the oils, you schedule the events. So you maybe schedule a one-to-one class with them, or maybe you do a Zoom call, a kind of class, or you go into somebody's house if you can, and you do a presentation, and you share a lot of your oils with them, and of course you take it from there. So it's a very simple process, but always keeping that question in mind: whose lives do we want to change? So if we want ours to get paid for, just to kind of give a little summary of it, how really in a nutshell it works, is it really, one of the best ways when we give sample is to actually ask the person you're giving a sample to, is there any issue they're trying to address? Because they might be dealing with something for a long time, and like sleep, for example, or certain pain in the body or stress. And you can perhaps then tailor your samples towards that health issue and ailment they might have. Then you obviously share these samples with them. You teach them, you tell them just the free cool things about essential oils, you know, and also show them the ways you can use those oils. And then you show them the kits that are available, and that's pretty much what it is. It's very, very simple process. So of course, after we do all that, we kind of sign up for the free training with the dailymentorcalls.com, and this is the Alicia Sedivi's training. She actually leads you for 50 days of step-by-step how you can build your business with doTERRA, what you have to do. And if you follow it, because it's a kind of proven process, then of course we get results. So it's a beautiful way. So all the tools are there for us to succeed. And just to finish it off, really, it's a beautiful kind of quote by Greg Cook. He's one of the executive founders. And he said that when you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. And selling doTERRA ways about service. I think it's so important to always remember that. One drop at a time and one person at a time, we are serving the world with wellness solutions. So this is the end of my presentation. I'm going to stop sharing the screen right there. I hope you're all there. And I can see there was some chats there, some things in the chats. Let's have a look. Is there anything to answer? Okay. Carla, yeah. Lemon and water, it's lovely. With premium green tea. Yeah, of course, Bhavin, yes. And the green tea is actually part of my daily routine. Green tea every morning. And I try to get a good quality green tea, and I always have lemon in it. Exactly. It's actually what lemon does in green tea, by the way, it enhances the availability, kind of absorption of green tea. So I don't know if you knew that. So lemon in green tea is actually very good to have. Perfect. Wonderful. I think that's it. Well, any questions before we stop? Anybody has any questions at all to ask? Don't be shy. No, everybody's happy.
Only just one with the soft gels. You have it with water, or you just
no.
It's like a pill that you swallow with water.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, exactly. So soft gels. Yes, I've got it actually here. Here we go.
It has to be with water in it. Yeah.
No, well, I take it because it comes in a little soft gel like this, so I swallow it with water. Yes, yeah. So I take one internally in water. Yeah, like any supplements you would. Absolutely. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then half an hour before bed. I think it's a good timing. That's what I do. Yeah. So that's it. Any other questions? No, all clear?
No.
Thank you.
No, that's okay. Perfect.
Very
Perfect.
good. Every
Thank
time we learn something new, right? Every single day.
I know, isn't it? It's so, yeah, absolutely. I love that too. Yeah.
Yeah, was very impressed. Very. I mean, as Marta said, every time you learn something, and I was also curious about Marta, what you are doing with the with the thing. This is the aloe vera. What are you doing?
I'm doing. I've got aloe vera,
Oh, wow.
and I'm preparing for my class tomorrow. I got on guards, right? And I've got vitamin E oil somewhere here, right?
Mm.
Oh, wow. Brilliant.
And I'm making my own hand sanitizer for the class.
Brilliant.
Phenomenal.
I just,
Amazing.
Brilliant, Marta.
I'm gonna try it. Oh gosh.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, these can be eaten, nearly eaten. Oh, wow, amazing. So there we go.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Thank you for sharing that,
Great.
Marta. Thank you.
So
Okay.
take a picture and share it in all over.
Yes, please do. Yeah, and the recipe,
Yeah,
please.
I want.
Yes, I'll place a recipe somewhere. Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to
All
stop
right, guys.
recording. Thank you very much, everybody. Hope
Thank
you learned
you.
a lot, and
Thank you.
thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you now. Bye.